I challenge you to stretch beyond the ordinary. Fasten your seatbelt and experience the hypnotic edge. Hypnotic edge. Hypnotic edge. Hello and welcome. I'm George Bien. Throughout history, there have been many attempts to devise methods and techniques that would enable humans to excel at what they do. We've all heard those wonderful stories about people who seem to possess extraordinary powers, attributes, and abilities. Like the one about a legendary Tai Chi master who was so sensitive that no opponent could get hold of him. A bird was unable to jump from its open palm and fly because as it tried to push away, the master's hand would simply sink beneath its legs. And those states of hypermotivation, where people manifest extended capacity, like the mother who lifts the rear of a car off her injured child. Performers have spoken of a sense of power occurring at the summit of what is called the peak performance experience. They describe how they are consumed by the momentum of the performance itself, as though they're acting automatically, their minds and bodies like instruments perfectly tuned to the moment. They describe how the actual performance itself seems to take over, and how they become perfectly and totally synchronized with it. It is the same quality of attention that frees them for the moment from any thought of self-concept, shyness, inhibition, criticism, or fear. You've probably heard of Roger Bannister. He was the first person in history to run the mile in less than 4 minutes. While he described that specific experience, he said, "No longer conscious of my movement, I discovered a new unity with nature. I found a new source of power and beauty, a source I'd never dreamt existed." Have you ever had the moments when you perform beyond your expectations, beyond your usual physical and emotional ability, when something unexplainable took over and breathed new life into your experience? Are these moments outside of ourselves, or are they created when we fully tap into our unlimited reservoir of abilities? When athletes are hitting those so-called sweet moments, their skill levels are higher, their movements and motions quicker, more accurate and more powerful. Likewise, educators, business people, and performers at any level in any profession can create these sweet moments. They can achieve an extraordinarily high level of proficiency, a level of complete harmony and cooperation of body, mind, and spirit. This kind of ability can only come from one point of attention, free of any internal or external distraction, being totally in the moment. Mental performance strategies have been around for years in athletics, enabling the world's greatest athletes to perform even better. It seems that each new decade points to the fact that the future of superior performance clearly lies in the training of the mind. What a powerful resource it would be to have an hypnotic edge. Leading neurologists have noted that the average human being has the ability to learn at least 50 languages, store information contained within the books of a major library, and think faster than a high-speed computer. Wow! Wouldn't it be wonderful if your mind-body systems worked in perfect harmony, complementing each other consistently? Wouldn't it be fantastic if each and every time you performed a desired task, everything would come together precisely? Every movement, feeling, expression was fluid, sure, and natural? Wouldn't it be magnificent if you wouldn't be consciously thinking about what you were doing? You would just be doing. Imagine having the motivation and stamina increase dramatically and your mastery of a specific skill assured. Psychologist Abraham Maslow wrote about moments when the power of an individual come together, when he or she is more perfectly expressive, spontaneous, fully functioning, more creative, more truly him or herself, perfectly actualizing his or her potentialities, more perfectly human, more perfectly human, more fully human. Now those are powerful words. You see, to truly create, you need both technique and freedom from technique. When skill reaches a certain level, it hides itself and opens one up for creative expression which is beyond the confines of customary limitations. Yet as exciting as all this is, there's even more. You see, to get a good picture on a television, you need both a good signal or a sender and a good receiver. Just having one or the other is not enough. Having a hypnotic edge helps close the gap between the sender and receiver. It enables people to learn how others think, how they process information, what drives their motivation, what moves them emotionally, basically how they can be reached subconsciously. When one can get others to cooperate with what he or she wants, one can determine their own course in life. Just think about what having this kind of ability can do for you in your business and personal relationships. For decades, star athletes have been utilizing the power of their minds to beat the competition. Raw talent alone is just not enough. We all need an edge in life, a proven system to help us become more productive people, whether we are athletes, corporate leaders, therapists, teachers, parents, or anything else. Basically, to improve the quality of our overall lives. Harness the power of your subconscious mind to improve your career, increase earnings, stay motivated, create wonderful, lasting relationships, and accomplish goals you've previously only dreamt about. Now, some businesses and organizations attempt to increase profits and morale by bringing in motivational speakers for information, inspiration, and enthusiasm. Now, this can be uplifting and motivating, but unfortunately, that high is often short-lived. After a short time, things usually drop right back down to where they were. It's been said that the future is not what it used to be. An amusing statement perhaps, but definitely one to be taken seriously. The demands of business are ongoing. New challenges constantly need to be met. A competitive edge must always be maintained. The idea is not to simply get motivated, but to stay motivated. You have velocity. This is the speed at which you are moving in a certain direction. Just be sure that it's in the direction you want to move. The right mindset is crucial, especially when one juggles and balances the needs of both career and family. Whatever changes you need to make, having an hypnotic edge can make those changes last. I challenge you to make a commitment to stretch your ability and creativity, to stretch yourself physically, emotionally, and spiritually, to be your best and truly make a difference. Make your productivity soar. You could be a salesperson who wants to bring your persuasion ability to a whole new level, or an educator who wants to motivate students much more effectively, or an athlete who wants to continue breaking his or her records, or a therapist who wants to create quick and effective results and make high-impact change work a reality, or a health professional who wants to excel in the field of psychoneuroimmunology, or a parent who wants to communicate more effectively with his or her children, or a student who wants to learn more quickly and remember more effectively. Basically, anyone who wants to actualize his or her potentialities and truly make a difference. Contact the person who gave you this video and bring Hypnotic Edge training to your company or organization, or simply use it personally to make ongoing peak performance a reality. I'm George Bien. Thanks so much for watching.